Welcome back to channel Top Coin, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of British coinage. And not just any coin. We're talking about a piece of post-war history, a little silver circle with a story that's larger than life. The 1949 United Kingdom 2 shillings coin. If you have one of these in your collection or hidden away in a dusty drawer, you might be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. Yes, that's right. This coin, minted more than 75 years ago, could be worth a surprising amount of money today. And in this video, we're going to explore exactly why, from its royal design to its historical context, and of course, the current market value. You'll want to stick around to the very end. The year is 1949. World War II is over. Britain is recovering, and King George VI sits on the throne. Rationing is still in place. The pound is powerful. And in everyday transactions, shillings were a vital part of the currency system. Now, before decimalization in 1971, the British currency system was quite different. £1 was made up of 20 shillings, and each shilling was equal to 12 pence. That means the 2 shillings coin, also known as a florin, was worth 1/10 of a pound. This 1949 2 shillings coin holds not just monetary value, but a piece of history from a world rebuilding itself. And because fewer people were collecting coins back then, those that survive today are more than just change. They're time capsules. Let's talk design. The 1949 2 shillings coin features a beautiful crowned Tudor rose in the center, flanked by a thistle, a shamrock, and a leek, symbols of England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales, respectively. It's a tribute to the United Kingdom as a whole. On the obverse, or front of the coin, is the profile of King George VI, engraved by the legendary artist Thomas Humphrey Paget. His portrait is both regal and calm, representing stability in a time of global unrest. These coins were made of cupronickel, a mix of copper and nickel, which was a shift away from the silver content found in earlier coins. Still, the craftsmanship remained impeccable. So how many of these coins were minted? In 1949, the Royal Mint struck over 67 million 2 shilling coins. That might sound like a lot, but here's where it gets interesting. Most of these coins were used, circulated, scratched, and worn down over the decades. Finding one in mint or near mint condition today, that's a different story. Collectors are especially keen on coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition. If your 1949 2 shillings coin has crisp details, a clean edge, and little wear, you might have something that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. Now, the part you've all been waiting for. How much is the 1949 2 shillings coin actually worth today? For a coin in average circulated condition, you're looking at about 1 to 3 pounds. Not bad for something that could be hiding in an old piggy bank. But if you've got one in extremely fine or uncirculated condition, collectors might offer you anywhere from 10 to 25 pounds, sometimes more depending on demand, grade, and current market trends. Now here's the real shocker. Proof or high-grade examples sold in auctions or to specialist collectors can fetch upwards of 50 pounds or even higher. There are rare instances where pristine coins, with virtually no wear and exceptional luster, have sold for 80 pounds or more. Prices can fluctuate depending on the coin market, collector interest, and how rare your particular coin's condition might be. But here's the bottom line. What looks like just another old coin could be a sleeper hit in your collection. So, what should you do if you find a 1949 2 shillings coin? First, don't clean it. Cleaning can reduce the value dramatically. Instead, check the condition under a light. Maybe even use a magnifying glass. Look for sharp details and minimal wear. Next, compare it to grading charts online. If you think you have a rare or high-grade version, consult a professional appraiser or take it to a reputable coin dealer. You might also consider listing it on collector platforms where it will be seen by the right eyes. The 1949 2 shillings coin is more than just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of a changing world, a royal portrait of post-war Britain, and maybe, even just maybe, a hidden gem in your home that's worth more than you ever imagined. That if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin history and valuation videos, and drop a comment below if you own one of these coins. We'd love to hear your story. And don't forget to check your old jars, wallets, and drawers. You never know what treasure might be waiting. Today, we're we're diving deep into the incredible story of a coin that many people overlook, the 1968 United Kingdom 10-pence coin. You may think it's just another piece of old pocket change, but what if I told you this humble little coin could be worth a lot more than you ever imagined? Stick around, because in this video, we're not just talking about the coin's face value. We're going to explore its historical roots, the fascinating design details you may have missed, and most importantly, how much this coin is actually worth today in the collector's market. And let me tell you, some of these figures will shock you. To truly understand the value of the 1968 10-pence coin, we need to rewind the clock to a monumental moment in British history. The year 1968 wasn't just a time of cultural revolution, it was the dawn of a currency transformation. Britain was preparing for decimalisation, the biggest overhaul of the British monetary system in modern times. Before decimalisation, British coins were calculated in pounds, shillings, and pence, a complex system that had been used for centuries. In anticipation of this transition, the Royal Mint introduced new decimal coins, and among them, the brand new 10-pence coin. That's where our 1968 piece comes in. It was the very first year that the 10-pence coin was struck, making it a significant milestone in numismatic history. In other words, this wasn't just any coin. It marked the beginning of a new era for Britain's currency system that at first glance, the 1968 10-pence coin might seem simple. But take a closer look, and you'll uncover a design steeped in tradition and heritage. On the obverse, you'll find the second crown portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin. This regal image was widely admired for its elegance and would go on to appear on coins across the Commonwealth for decades. Flip it over, and you're greeted with a proud and powerful depiction of a lion, the symbol of England, crowned and poised. This design by Christopher Ironside represents strength, sovereignty, and the long-standing royal heritage of the United Kingdom. The coin itself was made from copper nickel, weighed 11.31 grams, and had a diameter of 28.5 millimeters. At the time, it was considered a large coin, and in fact, it was much bigger than the 10-pence coins you'll see in circulation today. One of the biggest questions collectors ask is, how rare is the 1968 10-pence coin? Here's the interesting part. In 1968, over 336 million of these coins were minted. Yes, that's a massive number. So in terms of sheer quantity, the coin isn't rare in circulation, at least not yet. But there's a twist. The large-sized 10-pence coins were eventually withdrawn from circulation and replaced by a smaller version in 1992. That means many of the original 1968 coins were returned to the Royal Mint and melted down. The result? A decreasing number of these coins remain in the wild today, and even fewer in excellent condition. So, what does all this mean for the value of your 1968 10-pence coin? If you've got one sitting in your coin jar, its base value might not seem like much. A circulated example is typically worth around 50 pence to a pound on average. But here's where things get really interesting. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins in uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated (BU) condition. If your 1968 10-pence coin is in pristine, mint condition, it could fetch between £5 and £15, depending on the demand and grading. Even more valuable are proof sets from 1968. These coins were specially struck with a mirror-like finish and were never intended for general circulation. A proof 1968 10-pence coin can be worth anywhere from £20 to £50 or more, especially if it's still in the original Royal Mint packaging. Now, for coins that have been professionally graded and certified by third-party services like NGC or PCGS, the prices can skyrocket. A high-grade MS66 or MS67 example has been known to sell for over £100, sometimes even more at auction, depending on market trends and the collector's appetite. What makes the 1968 10-pence coin so captivating isn't just its age or design, it's the story it tells. It captures a pivotal moment in British monetary history, a shift from the old to the new. For collectors, it's not just about owning a piece of metal. It's about holding a moment in time. And remember, condition is king. If you have one of these coins, don't toss it aside. Examine it carefully. Look for clean surfaces, sharp details, and minimal wear. If it shines like the day it was minted, you might just be holding a hidden gem. Now let's talk market dynamics. The value of older coins tends to increase as time passes, especially as supply decreases and demand rises. The 1968 10-pence coin is now over 55 years old. As more coins are lost, damaged, or melted, the remaining high-quality examples become increasingly desirable. Online marketplaces like eBay, Etsy, and collector forums have seen spikes in interest around UK pre-decimal and early decimal coins. With inflation, nostalgia, and the growing interest in numismatics, more people are looking to build collections or invest in historic pieces. If you're considering selling, make sure you know what you have. If you're thinking of starting or expanding a collection, the 1968 10-pence coin is a perfect foundational piece. So, the next time you come across a 1968 10-pence coin, take a second look. It might not seem like a fortune at first glance, but its historical value, design legacy, and increasing scarcity make it a true treasure in the world of numismatics. Have you ever found one of these coins in your collection? Maybe tucked away in an old drawer or inherited from a relative? Drop a comment below and let us know. We'd love to hear your story. And if you found this video helpful or fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more coin stories, rare finds, and collector tips. We've got some amazing content coming up, including coins worth hundreds, even thousands of pounds, and you won't want to miss it. If you're new here, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss another video about rare coins, collectibles, and valuable treasures hiding in plain sight. Now, let's talk about something that might be sitting in your old change jar or tucked away in your wallet from years ago, the humble 10-pence coin from the United Kingdom. Specifically, we're diving deep into the mysterious and often underestimated 1992 10-pence coin. You might think it's just a piece of small change, but what if I told you this tiny silver-colored coin could be worth a lot more than 10p? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're exploring the fascinating history, design, changes, and hidden value of the 1992 UK 10-pence piece. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be digging through your coin collections. Let's get into it. Understand why the 1992 10p coin is special. We have to go back in time just a little bit. The 10-pence coin was first introduced in the UK in 1968, before decimalization, as part of the UK's efforts to shift from the old currency system to the decimal system. The early versions were larger and struck in copper nickel, measuring a whopping 28.5 millimeters in diameter. From 1968 up to 1992, the 10p coin retained this large size. It featured a crowned lion, specifically a lion passant guardant, a symbol taken from the crest of England, designed by the great Christopher Ironside. That design became iconic. The obverse, of course, featured Queen Elizabeth II, with various portraits evolving over the decades. But in 1992, something changed. This was the final year the large-sized 10p coin was issued for general circulation. Why is that important? Because starting from 1993, the Royal Mint reduced the size of the 10p coin dramatically, bringing it in line with other coinage to save space and materials. The smaller 10p measured 24.5 millimeters in diameter, noticeably more compact. And the change meant that 1992 was the last hurrah for the large-sized 10-pence. So, when you find a 1992 10-pence coin, you're holding a piece of transition, the end of an era. But that's not the only reason it's valuable. Let's talk value. The 1992 10-pence coin might not look like much, but several key factors have made collectors hunt for them over the years. 1. Final year of large-size production. As mentioned, 1992 was the very last year this larger coin was issued. Many people didn't think to save them at the time. That means finding them in good condition today is harder than you might expect. Point 2. Low mintage figures compared to earlier years. The 1992 10p coin had a relatively lower mintage. In fact, only around 1,413,455 of these coins were struck. That's a dramatic drop when compared to tens of millions produced in some of the earlier years. Low mintage. That equals rarity. Point 3. Condition matters. Most of the 1992 coins were used in general circulation. They got worn down, scratched, or simply lost. Finding a brilliant, uncirculated, or mint condition 1992 10-pence is like finding a needle in a haystack. If you have one in pristine condition, it's potentially a real gem. Point 4. Collectors want complete sets. People collecting 10p coins from 1968 through to today often want one coin from every year, and they definitely need 1992 to complete their large-size set. This drives up demand even further. Now, you're probably wondering, how much could your 1992 10p coin actually sell for? Well, that depends on a few things, primarily condition and demand. Let's break it down. A circulated 1992 10p coin with average wear and tear might fetch £1 to £2 on online marketplaces like eBay or coin collector sites. That's already 10 to 20 times its face value. A very fine or extremely fine condition coin could sell for £5 to £10 or more if you're lucky enough to have a brilliant uncirculated BU example or one in a collector's set. It could be worth £15 to £25 or possibly even higher to the right buyer. In graded slabs by professional grading companies like NGC or PCGS. Values could soar beyond £30 or £40, depending on the grade level. And remember, these prices fluctuate based on demand, condition, and the trends in the collectible coin market. Coins are hot right now. With more people getting into the hobby, the value could continue to rise. Okay. So now you're itching to find out if you have one of these coins. Here's what to look for. Flip through your change jar or any old coin collections. Look for a 1992 date on the back, beneath the lion design. Check the size. If it's large and hefty, about 28.5 millimeters, that's the one. Bonus points if it's in good shape, shiny, minimal scratches, and solid edges. Still not sure? You can use a coin measuring caliper or take it to a local coin dealer for help. If you find one and want to sell it, here's what you can do. Check current listings on eBay UK, NUMISMATICS, or other collector forums. Take clear, close-up photos showing both sides of the coin. Mention the year, condition, and note that it's a large-size final year issue. Set a fair price. Or even better, put it up for auction and let the collectors battle it out. Or, if you're thinking of starting your own collection, now is the perfect time to begin. These coins are only going to get rarer as time goes on. Coin. 10p country. United Kingdom year. 1992 designer. Christopher Ironside obverse. Queen Elizabeth II reverse. Crown Lion Passant Garden metal. Copper nickel diameter. 28.5 mm mintage. Around 1.4 million current value. £1 to £40 depending on condition. There you have it, folks. The 1992 United Kingdom 10p coin. A piece of history, a hidden gem, and potentially a mini treasure in your own home. It's more than just small change. It's a window into a moment of numismatic transition, a snapshot of the end of the large coin era, and a highly collectible item for enthusiasts today. The next time you're rummaging through a jar of old coins, don't dismiss that 10p. It might be a ticket to a tidy little profit, or at the very least, a brilliant addition to your growing collection. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. Drop a comment telling us if you've ever found a rare coin in your change. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into coins, currency, and collectibles. Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of British coinage to uncover the secrets, history, and value of a coin that might just be hiding in your change jar. That's right, we're talking about the 2003 2p coin from the United Kingdom. Stick around, because this ordinary-looking coin may be worth a lot more than just 2p. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just stumbled across this coin in your couch cushions, you'll want to watch till the end to find out how much it could be worth today, and why some of these coins have shocked collectors by fetching surprising prices in recent markets. At first glance, the 2003 UK 2p coin may seem like just another copper-plated steel coin with a simple design. But don't be fooled. This small, unassuming piece of currency carries a story, a legacy, and yes, even a potential hidden value that could turn heads in the numismatic world. Let's rewind the clock and talk about the origins and history of the 2p coin in the United Kingdom. The 2p coin, or 2p, was first introduced in the United Kingdom in 1971 during Decimal Day, when the UK shifted from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to a decimalized currency system. Back then, the 2p coin was made of bronze. It featured the crowned portcullis with chains design, a classic symbol associated with the Palace of Westminster and authority in the British Parliament. Over time, the material composition of the coin changed. By 1992, bronze was replaced with copper-plated steel due to rising metal prices. So, when we get to the year 2003, the 2 pence coin was already a familiar part of UK life. But not all 2003 coins are created equal. And this is where it gets interesting. The obverse of the 2003 coin features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, which was used from 1998 to 2015. On the reverse, we have the traditional portcullis design, accompanied by the words 2 pence and the denomination .s. Oh, what makes this coin special? Here's the twist. Although millions of these coins were minted, the condition, minting anomalies, proof strikes, and collector demand can dramatically affect its value. Most of the 2003 2p coins are only worth their face value. However, if you have a brilliant uncirculated coin, or better yet, a proof coin from a limited set, you could be looking at a coin worth far more than you expect. Coin collectors, or numismatists, place a high value on rarity and condition. Coins that have never entered circulation, often called uncirculated coins, are typically in pristine condition with sharp details, no scratches, and a brilliant finish. These coins might be sold as part of special Royal Mint collector sets. So, if your 2003 2 pence coin comes from one of those sets, or if it's been carefully preserved and graded by a professional coin grading service, you might be able to sell it for several pounds, or even tens of pounds, depending on current market demand. But that's not all. In some rare cases, errors in minting, like double strikes, off-center designs, or planchet flaws, can increase the value dramatically. There have been instances of 2 pence error coins fetching over £100 at online auctions simply because of these unique production mishaps. Take a look at this listing. A 2003 2 pence coin with a minting error recently sold for over £150 on an online marketplace. And that's not an isolated case. Collectors are constantly searching for these gems, hoping to add a unique piece to their collection or make a profit on the secondary market. But how can you know if your coin is worth anything? Here's what to do. Check the condition. Is the coin scratched, worn, or damaged? If yes, it's likely worth only face value. But if it's shiny, sharp, and clean, it could be worth more. Look for errors. Examine the coin closely using a magnifying glass or a microscope. Look for anything unusual, doubling of letters, off-center designs, or strange textures. Research. Compare your coin to recent sales online, on auction sites like eBay or numismatic forums where collectors gather. Consider grading. If you believe you have a mint condition or rare coin, consider sending it to a grading service like NGC or PCGS. A high grade can dramatically increase its value. Stay updated. The value of coins can fluctuate depending on collector interest and metal prices, so always keep an eye on the market. Coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It's a journey into the past, a search for stories written in metal, and sometimes a chance to discover something incredibly valuable in the most unexpected place. So, do you have a 2003 2 pence coin lying around? Have you checked your change, your old coin jars, or that tin box in the attic? You might just be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. Before we wrap up, here's a final tip. Never clean your coins using harsh chemicals or scrubbing tools. Even though you might want them to shine, cleaning can damage the surface and lower the value. Let the experts handle that. So there you have it. The 2003 United Kingdom 2 pence coin. A humble piece of change with a rich history, and maybe even a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. If you found this video helpful, drop a like, share it with your fellow coin enthusiasts, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the fascinating world of coins and collectibles. And hey, tell us in the comments, what's the most interesting or valuable coin you've ever found? We love reading your stories. What if I told you that a simple 2 pence coin from 1994, yes, just 2 pence, might actually be worth far more than its face value? Today, we're diving deep into the incredible story behind the 1994 United Kingdom 2 pence coin. It's a story of history, mystery, minting mistakes, rarity, and serious money. So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and get ready to explore a hidden treasure that might be sitting right in your wallet. The 1994 2 pence coin, a tiny coin worth a lot of money. UK coin history and collector's value revealed. Let's rewind the clock back to 1971, the year when the UK officially went decimal. The British currency system, once filled with shillings, florins, and half-crowns, shifted to a simpler, modern format. And among the new coins introduced was the humble 2 pence piece, Now fast forward to 1994. The 2-pence coin had already seen a few changes since its debut. In the early years, these coins were made of bronze. But by the early 1990s, due to rising copper prices, the Royal Mint decided to switch the metal composition to a copper-plated steel. The 1994 issue came at a fascinating turning point. Some coins from this year are made of the older bronze, while others are steel. This small detail makes all the difference in the world of collectors. So what exactly makes the 1994 2-pence coin so interesting, you ask? It's not just about the year, it's about the minting variations. Some 1994 2-pence coins were minted using the older bronze alloy before the complete shift to copper-plated steel. This has sparked immense interest from coin collectors around the world. On top of that, there are a few very rare errors known to exist in coins from around this period, including off-center strikes, misaligned dies, and even incorrect compositions. Some of these coins, particularly error coins from the 1994 batch, have been sold in private auctions and on popular platforms like eBay and Etsy for far more than face value. We're talking about prices ranging from £10 to hundreds, and in extreme cases, even over £1,000, depending on the error type and coin condition. Okay, now let's get to the part you're probably most excited about. How to know if you're sitting on a gold mine in the form of a tiny copper coin. Here's what to look for. First, check the coin's metal. Use a magnet. If the coin sticks, it's steel copper-plated. If it doesn't, then congratulations, it could be a bronze version, which is rarer for this year. Second, inspect the edges and the strike. Any unusual markings, weak imprints, or off-center designs could signal a minting error. These kinds of errors can multiply a coin's value many times over. Third, check the lettering. Look at the inscription, 2-pence, on the reverse side. There are reports of slight variations and spacing issues that can drive up collector value. Lastly, check for wear and tear. A coin in mint or near mint condition is always worth more. Coins stored in dry, sealed environments often retain their sheen and sharp detail, which increases market interest. Now let's talk money. As of this year, the standard 1994 2-pence coin in circulated condition might not seem impressive. It can go for between 20 pence and £1 if you're selling it as part of a collection or to a beginner collector. But rare variants, that's where things get exciting. A bronze version in excellent condition has been seen selling for up to £10. A documented error coin, particularly those with misstrikes or incorrect metal composition, can fetch anywhere from £50 to £100. One rare listing on eBay featured a 1994 2-pence error coin that sold for over £180 due to an unusual rim design and off-center strike. So yes, that seemingly insignificant copper-colored coin in your drawer might actually be your ticket to an unexpected payday. If you're new to coin collecting, or you just got inspired by this video to start your own treasure hunt, here are a few tips to get started. Always carry a small magnifying glass. You never know when you'll spot something interesting in your spare change. Invest in a good coin album or display case. Preservation is key. Join online communities and forums. There are fantastic Facebook groups and Reddit pages filled with passionate collectors who love to share knowledge. Keep an eye on auction sites. Even if you're not buying, watching what coins sell for can teach you a lot about market value. Visit coin fairs or antique shops. These can be gold mines for undervalued gems. It's easy to overlook the small things in life, especially when they're tiny, copper-colored, and stamped with a value of just 2 pence. But as we've seen today, even the most ordinary coin can carry extraordinary stories of history, of craftsmanship, of scarcity, and of unexpected value. So next time you're sorting through your change, take a closer look. That 1994 2-pence coin might just be more valuable than you think. And who knows, maybe you'll be the next lucky collector to uncover a forgotten treasure hiding in plain sight. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more hidden coin stories, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a valuable update. Drop a comment below if you found any rare coins lately. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your pockets be filled with treasures.